make it. Too many people, they don't let me down, but I keep it real, no time for hating. I'm always on that PC trying to shape my sound. See, I'm just trying to make it. I've got some people I cannot let it down. Aiming for the top of the mountain. Not there yet, but I've left the ground. Oh, I've left the ground. I'm just trying to make it, yeah, make it, yeah, yeah. Make it, yeah, make it, yeah, yeah. Oh, I've left the ground. I'm just trying to make it, yeah, make it, yeah, yeah. Make it, yeah, make it, yeah, yeah.
Don't tell me about me. Stop telling 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 me about me. I don't need you to tell me about me.
All right, y'all. We are back again. We are back again up in here with another one, y'all. Man, I appreciate everybody that's tuning in right now. Make sure y'all hit that like, subscribe, share, turn the notice on, all that in the bag of chips. And I don't know why I don't have my Otis playing. Let me get that Otis, y'all. Let me get that Otis. But y'all, welcome back to another episode. Let's Talk Jay versus Jordan, man. We are up in this shit thing, y'all. That's a new word. I copyrighted it. Can't nobody use it. We in this shit thing. Y'all know it's cop night. Y'all know we about to get into it. We about to make something shake. Yeah, we about to make something shake. We got to talk about the kids, man. These people always they care about the kids. They care about the kids. And then they turn around and support bad things happening to kids all the time, man. We about to talk about the kids. First off, we got to give a shout out to the civil rights lawyer. Give a shout out to him because once again, he is providing the content that we are going to be reacting to tonight. So salute to that gentleman. Keep doing the Lord's work. I got your back on this. But there was a situation that happened with a brother and a sister on their way to school, y'all. And they had an interaction with a police officer and it went left really, really fast. And for all the people that sit there and say police have dangerous jobs and they got to make split-second decisions, I just want y'all to watch this video. I'm not saying it's getting deadly, y'all. I ain't trying to hype it up like that. I ain't saying it's getting deadly. But this is the issue that we have that we need to actually address. So as usual, get your soda, get your popcorn, get your weed, get whatever you need. We about to get started. And without further ado, man, let's go and jump into this thing, man. Let's see what we got right here, man. Let's see what we got.
How would you feel if your teenage kids were treated like this by a police officer on their way to school?
Out now! I waved you over and pointed to the side of the road. Why would he take off? Why would he take off?
My mom wants to talk to you.
This brother and sister were on their way to school in the morning. They encountered this police officer who appeared to them to be directing traffic. He drove in a direction that the officer pointed. What they did not realize was that this officer was actually attempting to pull them over for some asinine traffic violation. This officer Tackleberry immediately concludes that he's now involved.
Hold up, y'all. We are going to stop right here, right now. Just off the name. Officer Tackleberry. That sounds like a cop name, and it sounds like he don't need to be a cop. Officer Tackleberry. That's the first red flag, y'all. Let's keep going.
Involved in a high-speed pursuit.
Run.
Since he had directed them into another lane, they now had to pull into this housing development to attempt to turn around to try to get to their high school. But that's where Officer Tackleberry catches up with them, and he immediately yanks the brother out of the car, puts him in handcuffs, and into the back of his bizarre police truck. Then he angrily and aggressively confronts the crying sister.
Find his backpack, give me his license.
It's right there.
I asked for you to find his backpack and give me his license. Okay, set your phone there. We're not doing any phone calls during my traffic stop.
Eventually, he realizes
Took her phone. Everything's on the up and up. But you're not going to make any phone calls while I got you stopped. So your constitutional right to make a phone call just magically disappeared because he stopped you. Officer Tackleberry, that is. Okay, let's keep going.
he made a mistake, and he ends up sending the kids on their way to school.
I'm sure I'll get a call from your mom, but the nice thing about what I have is a bond. Yeah.
Let's go.
We got live Sway up in the building. Oh man, I don't even know why I don't got that showing at the bottom. Yeah, let me turn that on right there and say hello. Is this a reactional type live? Yep, it's Cop Night, man. We react to cop videos on Cop Night. So yeah, you hit the nail on the head right there.
Go through that body cam. Deputy,
Let's
you
see what
are
happened,
more
y'all.
than just rude. You're more than just incompetent. You, sir, are a liar.
He said he lied about something. That's probably not what he lied
Have
about.
you ever searched yourself on the internet or searched
Nope.
for someone else?
Nope.
Hold to the
Ain't none of
highest
that.
bidder. And
Ain't getting
court
none of that.
denies all you press, and I with
I'm not getting paid for that
YouTube
advertisement,
channel, Florida
so-
Cop YouTube channel, Florida Cop Cam. And I definitely recommend checking out that channel because they come up with some crazy Florida body cam.
Look, man, be some crazy shit that be going down there in Florida, man. And I bet money that's gonna be in like Broward County, because Broward County is where a lot of crap goes on. I see a lot of cop videos and the scenes that come out of there, or you got that one out there in Arizona. I forget, it's not Reno, but it's another one. I forget the name of them. They be gang signing up around there. They be doing crazy shit out there. But I bet money's out of Broward, but Florida nonetheless. Let's see what we got.
videos. And this one involves the Broward Sheriff's Office. It was just a
Y'all, I did not watch this video. I promise y'all I did not watch this fucking video, but it's always Broward County in Florida. It's always, they got some fucked up cops down there.
normal Broward County morning. These two teenagers were just on their way to school in the morning. It was sort of stop and go traffic, and I'm not exactly sure what was going on here, but there appears to be some beef that this deputy had with this particular intersection where people were in the right-hand turn lane, but they weren't actually turning. I think maybe that's what he was pulling people over for, but he had, I think, several cars pulled over on the side of the road. And instead of doing it the right way, where he's performing a traffic stop on one individual car, where everyone understands when a police officer pulls up behind you, pulls you over, he's just sort of pointing at cars. And because it's bumper to bumper traffic, I can see how that would have looked like he was just directing traffic. So as this SUV with the brother and sister on their way,
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out what happened because he kept showing the video here and there. So, like, right here in this section, they're all the way, I don't know if y'all can see my cursor, but they're all the way back there. All these cars are going to go in front of them. All these cars are about to go in front of them, y'all. But they're back there. And I guess he saw something that we didn't see. Because what was the reason of pointing that car out? But once again, let it keep going. Let the video keep going. But I don't know. I was trying to look to see if they did something. I didn't see anything. I didn't see anything at all.
Had with this particular intersection where people were in the right-hand turn lane, but they weren't actually turning. I think maybe that's what he was pulling people over for, but he had, I think, several cars pulled over on the side of the road. And instead of doing it the right way, where he's performing a traffic stop on one individual car, where everyone understands when a police officer pulls up behind you, pulls you over, he's just sort of pointing at cars. And because it's bumper to bumper traffic, I can see how that would have looked like he was just directing traffic. So as this SUV with the brother and sister on their way to school, as they approach this officer, we can see from his body cam footage exactly what he did. He's actually being very vague about this. He just sort of steps into the road, and we can see by his shadow that he points at them, and he doesn't hold out his hand like, stop, I'm stopping you, or I'm pulling you over. He just gets their attention and points. And he does point in the direction of the far right lane of traffic. And so we can see as this SUV with the brother and sister, as it passes by, they don't appear to realize that he was intending to pull them over. They just drive into the lane that he was pointing at them. This gets the deputy.
You would think if you really trying to pull him over, that would be the prime time to be like, hey, I'm pulling you over. Like, roll your window down. Hey, pull on over here. I need to get your information. He don't look like he said a damn thing to him. So I would be a little confused too.
He's super excited. He thinks he's in a pursuit situation now. And so he's going to let everybody else go, and he's going to run back to his ridiculous police cruiser.
You want to fucking run? Yeah.
Now you talking about they want to run, like they were really going pretty damn slow. Like they were just creeping on along. But okay, either way though, hot pursuit, here we go. Cops, bad boys, what you gonna do? They about to do something.
Kick out.
Look, he better go chase them down, tell her to take her license back. You gonna tell her that she's free to go? Are you gonna tell anybody anything? You just gonna point and automatically assume that everybody's supposed to know, take that. Am I free to go, or I gotta stay right here? What if that lady stayed there for the rest of the day? Just think about that, y'all. Go over here. Point over here. I'm not telling you I'm stuck, man. Look, it's about to be a problem.
Which is
no seat belt, nothing.
Another thing, because it doesn't even look like a police car. And what is the actual point of this hunter green?
Yeah, it's unmarked. Are you wildlife? Are you like a wildlife top or some shit?
Police car, police truck that doesn't even look like a police truck. It looks like maybe the trash pickup crew, maybe even driven by inmates. But when you're in bumper to bumper traffic, I mean, you're paying attention to the cars in front of you, behind you, etc., where you're going. Yeah, there was a guy in uniform, but he's probably directing inmates, like picking up trash on the side of the road, or he's directing traffic, whatever. Not your typical traffic stop situation. So now he's, in their minds, directed them into the right lane of traffic, which is inconvenient for them because now they've got to turn around somewhere. So they pull into this housing development to turn around. This is a gated community with a security guard, but before they can turn around, the deputy has raced in behind them and pulled them over.
Stop!
He jumps out of his hunter green truck and he aggressively walks towards this brother and sister.
Car park!
And what does he do? Does he ask them for license, registration, proof of insurance? No. He just immediately orders the brother out of the SUV.
Out of the car, now! Out now! Out now! Face the car!
He doesn't ask him his name. He doesn't ask him any questions.
See, and this is one thing that get me, especially for all my people that love the cops. And I understand there are people out here in society that will take the cop side for no reason. Was there a reason for him to push that kid into the vehicle? And I'll say it like a lawyer says it. Was there a reason why you aggressively pushed this young man into the vehicle? What was the reason for that? Just a question.
He's just putting him in handcuffs roughly.
Call mom. No, we're calling no one right now. What?
And once he gets him in handcuffs, he walks him back to his police car, as if this is all just for show and not because it's necessary for any legitimate reason.
You can call my mom, no? What's going on, sir? I pulled you over and you took off. I waved you over and you took off. You didn't. When a police officer standing in front of you and waves you over, I go into the side of the road and you took off.
I thought you were going to the open lane, sir.
No, not open lane.
I didn't know.
I'm pulling you over.
I didn't know.
Take off.
I didn't know.
Why are you coming in here?
I was turning around and I had to turn left to get to school.
Right.
Sir, I didn't know.
Got the wallet?
Yes, it's in my backpack.
Have a seat. You knew better. You knew exactly what
sir,
I was doing.
I did not.
Note that the deputy did not say anything to this kid that he was just being detained or that this.
Notice that the deputy didn't even say anything when he pointed to the empty lane. Like, what the, is the kid supposed to be a mind reader of what you're trying to do when you're not conveying? Y'all know when we talk about relationships all the time, like a lot of ladies and some men too, because we didn't cover this too. They just expect somebody to know automatically what they're saying. And we sit here and say time and time again, motherfucker, you better open your mouth and say something. Don't just assume somebody would know. But he doesn't believe this kid knew exactly. You knew what I was telling you to do. You knew I was pulling you over, even though all I did was just point over here into an empty lane. It's like, what? Man, look, when you teach somebody everything is a nail, they'll turn themselves into a hammer and they'll start hammering those nails. He thinks everybody is breaking the law. Everybody's a criminal. So he looks at everybody as if they're a criminal. This kid didn't know what the hell you were instructing him to do. And he said he just took off. Man, what, at 5 miles an hour, 10 miles an hour? Like, come on, we got a high speed chase y'all at 10 miles an hour. Like, come on, man, it's crazy, bro. I think this cop is a little hype right now. He's just a little hype.
Was just a traffic stop. He was not asked for his license, registration, insurance. Instead, he was immediately taken out of the vehicle, roughly put in handcuffs, walked back to the truck, and put in the truck. In fact, he was frisked, which if he was just being detained, there would be no justification, in this case, to frisk the kid. Objectively speaking, just based on what the deputy said and what we see in his body cam footage, so far we have not just a detainment or a traffic stop, but a warrantless arrest.
That's an arrest. And for the guy that I don't know who it was, but I had some random ass dummy that came into my comment section and tried to tell me, like, man, I know what you're trying to do. I get it, but you need to stop giving people false information about what an arrest is and what it is an arrest. Dude, they put you in handcuffs. You were technically under arrest. And don't take my word for it. Take this lawyer's word for it that we're reacting to his videos. He is a practicing attorney right now, practicing criminal law, defense attorney at that. He's telling you that designates an arrest. But, lo and behold, we got all these YouTube scholars and shit trying to tell somebody what something is when we're actually going to the people that actually practice this on a daily basis, letting you know exactly what the fuck it is. And if you don't believe it, just go Google it. Fuck, you got a goddamn computer in your pocket. But yes, the young man is arrested because he was put in handcuffs. It don't matter if he take him out of handcuffs and let him go. He was technically still arrested. And we don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen right here. But the young man got arrested. Yeah, he don't talk to nobody, do he? Like, look, you ain't gonna tell the dude who's security guard right here what's going on, bro. You ain't gonna say nothing. He ain't talking to nobody, bro. He is not informing nobody or nothing of what he's doing. He just automatically assumes they supposed to know. Yeah, I got pulled over or something. Nah, I'm just gonna walk up here like,
I don't know what neighborhood it is.
You have a driver's license for him, ma'am?
No, I don't know where it is. It's here. It's not. I don't know where it is.
Why would he take off? I waved you over and pointed to the side of the road. Why would he take off? Why would he take off?
My mom wants to talk to you.
Sure. Is this his mom?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Hello, ma'am. Deputy Bear.
Hey, Donald, if that's the case, get the fuck off my channel. Thank you, sir. Because I'm gonna stop it whenever the fuck I feel like it. I don't understand why you would come to somebody's channel and say something stupid like that. Yeah, you can. I'm gonna stop it whenever I feel like it. It's called a reaction. It's called a reaction. But appreciate the comment, though. You see, I love your lawyer impression, and I agree 100% about the dummy in the comments. NK hands are. I don't know what the NK is. Hands are busy now. All right, let's get right.
Sheriff's office. How are you? Good. I pulled your son over and he took off on me. Yeah. Ma'am, it's not real hard when I step right in front of his car and point to the side of the road. You're not listening to me, ma'am. You are not listening to me.
Because you know you lying.
You're not. You are. I need his driver's license.
I don't know where it is.
Look at the center console.
Gee, I wonder why he does not have the brother's driver's license. Perhaps it's because he arrested him first without even asking for his driver's license.
Sound like a point right there,
After
don't
he
it?
handcuffed him, he frisked him to see where his wallet was and asked him where his wallet was, to which the brother replied, "In my
Oh, it's in his
backpack."
book bag.
To the wallet.
Yes, it's in my backpack.
Have a seat.
Yet Tackleberry walks over to traumatize the little sister, who's crying and has their mother on the phone. Then this rude cop, who obviously does not have a Florida or Southern accent, who obviously imported his personality from some northern state, demands the brother's ID from the little sister who's crying.
I don't know where it is. I don't know if he has a wallet. It's typically in his phone. I don't know where it is.
Okay, set your phone there. We're not doing any phone calls during my traffic stop.
Yeah, somebody gonna say something about this? Like, why are you taking their phones? What kind of fucking shit is this? Like, bro, obviously this dude, he don't need to be a police officer just off of right now. And I want my Caucasian brothers and sisters to feel some type of way about this. Because if they did this to your kid, how would you feel? You don't take my child's cell phone? We not making no phone. I can make as many phone calls as I fucking want while we sitting right here. What the fuck is wrong with you? Like, what's going on right here? He don't like to listen. He don't like to open his mouth and talk. And he likes to take people's shit and put them in handcuffs. I think we got a cop that doesn't need to be on the police force, but let's keep going.
It's real simple. A police officer steps in front of your car and points to the side of the road, and you can see there's another car pulled over, correct? Can you see the other car pulled over? Yes.
Yes.
And then when I'm pointing to the side of the road for you, I'm not telling you to go into another lane.
Try to catch
I am
flat.
telling you to pull over. You go to North Guard,
Yes.
then you should be halfway educated to know that when a police officer is waving you over and stands directly in front of your car and points to the side of the road, and then you start going over and then you take off. And then you pull into somewhere where you don't belong right here either.
Because I have to turn left to turn around because I missed the exit on Lions.
You missed the exit on Lions.
Yes, sir.
Wonderful. Then you could have did a U-turn right there.
I know. I was trying to.
So, where's your driver's license at?
It's in my wallet in my backpack.
Where's your backpack?
It's in the back left.
What you
seat of the
committed
car.
was a felony.
So he ain't got the time to be listening to nobody making a reasonable. He's giving him a reasonable explanation for why he did what he did. The question is on you about why didn't you open your fucking mouth and actually verbally let him know you were pulling him over. Now you got a sister in here about to have a fucking panic attack. You telling the kid he in an area that he don't belong. What the fuck kind of? I do not like that shit in America where somebody said you don't belong here. What the fuck are you talking about? I've never understood that comment. But either way, let's keep going.
Still, the deputy says nothing about this only being a traffic stop or only being a detainment. This is a warrantless arrest, as evidenced by the fact that the deputy tells the brother, "You just committed a felony," and slams the door in his face.
Still ain't said nothing to the security guard. He ain't talking to nobody.
His backpack's in the back of the car. You shouldn't be upset. You didn't do anything wrong. Find his backpack, give me his license.
It's right there.
I asked for you to find his backpack and give me his license.
Hey, if she didn't do anything wrong, why'd you take her cell phone?
You guys go to a very nice school. It's very obvious when a police officer stands in front of your car.
You thought you were telling us to.
Well, no, I'm not telling you to change lanes. As you can see, there was another car when he pulled over. If I stand directly into your front of your car, directly in front of your car, and point to the side of the road and start walking to your car as you pass me, that would be an indicator that the police officer is pulling me over.
Sorry.
You know what would be the best indicator that you're pulling somebody over? You open your fucking mouth and say that, "Hey, I'm pulling you over." Like, no, I don't get this. And he keeps trying to reiterate this story. He tried to do it to the boy. He tried to do it to the daughter. Then he did it to the mother on the phone, got tired of hearing her talk. Now he's doing it again to the girl. It's like, dude, you gonna keep telling yourself this 1,000 times and make it believable for you? I can understand you being in that position, but the way you're handling the situation right now is completely unprofessional. You are traumatizing these kids right now, and you're gonna wonder why they're gonna grow up and not like cops. You're gonna wonder why they grow up and they don't like cops. What the fuck he saying here? What he say to the security guard? What he say to the security guard? I don't know what that was. I don't know what he said.
You see if she's got a license.
What do you got to see if she has a license for? She's a passenger in the vehicle. Y'all, once again, if you are a passenger driving in a vehicle with somebody and the person who's driving got pulled over, you have no obligation to speak or talk to the police. You do not have any obligation to give them your information unless they suspect you, the passenger, of committing a crime. But if they stop this person that you're riding with for a traffic infraction, they business is with that motherfucker, not with you. He about to go up here and try to harass his little girl now.
Do you have your driver's license?
What the fuck? You sitting in the car? What's wrong with you? Oh, hell nah, bro. This is a lawsuit.
You're the other car. He's doing the same thing. Don't cry. You didn't do nothing wrong.
I know. I just.
Is this your brother?
Yes.
You need to have a serious talk with him how to drive.
Now, I asked this question as the father.
Oh, okay,
of the
okay.
daughter. Would it bother you for this rude stranger, grown man, to get into your car with your juvenile teenage daughter and drive anywhere with her without your knowledge, without your consent, without your permission, much less lecture her and make her cry?
Hey, look, I'm not the only one that feel that way, I see. I'm not, look, I don't know what's going on around here. I'll be honest with you.
It's good to be alone for a minute in the confession room. Niggas is wildin'.
I don't know where the hell they do this at, but this ain't it, bro. This ain't it. This ain't it. Look, absolutely, bro. I don't know what the fuck going on right now, but this is all fucked up. The lawsuit need to be ensuing. This is crazy.
How old are you? When I get done with you, you can explain to your mom. Officer stands directly in front of your car and points to the side of the road. And I start walking up to your car. You slow down and pulling over in front of that car, and then you take off. No. You have no common sense then, okay? You have no common sense.
He has no common sense because he didn't read your mind. But you got all the common sense in the world and you didn't open your fucking mouth. All right?
A police officer would not stand in front of you and direct you to another lane to drive. It's obvious.
They do that shit all the fucking time, y'all. They do it all the time. It might be a detour. It might be an accident ahead. They'll direct you to go down this street. They do it all the fucking time. What the fuck is he talking about, man? He's trying to justify what he's doing right now. He's probably slowly realizing, like, yeah, the kid didn't know I was trying to pull him over because, you know, I didn't open my fucking mouth and tell him that I was pulling him over. Even though, what the fuck were you pulling him over for? We still don't even know what the fuck he was going to pull him over for. But, you know, the kid, like, this dude, something wrong with this motherfucker right here. I bet money he got problems at home.
Yes, because the other 5 cars I pulled over and did the same thing. They knew what to do. So we're going to call that common sense. My 16-year-old son who has a learner's permit and my daughter, would they know exactly what I was doing?
I feel bad for them kids. What's your name?
You got
you got his fucking driver's license. You gonna ask him what his name is.
There you go, Coben.
The goddamn handcuffs. What you trying to hand to him? This is crazy.
Around rural Florida, where in the countryside, it's just like here in West Virginia. People are extremely nice. You can go somewhere in real Florida right now, in rural Florida, and just sit in a restaurant and listen to how people treat the waitresses in that restaurant. Do they say please and thank you? Are they pleasant and polite? Or are they bossy, know-it-alls? Are they rude? Do they treat the waitress like garbage? Some of you will know exactly what I'm talking about. This is that kind of person. I know there's lots of fantastic people that move to the state of Florida that are not like that, but there are a lot who are like that. Just listen to what a complete toll this guy is in every way to every person he has encountered here. And of course, he knows everything, especially because he has a son with a learner's permit. And having also gone through having a son become a new driver, I really despise this guy because they're completely inexperienced. There's a lot to learn. Not everybody is the same. Driving is dangerous enough already, much less dealing with the police stopping you in an unusual way. And it's sad to think we send our kids into that sort of environment only for them to be abused and mistreated like we see happening here. But at the end of the day, these kids actually did a great job here. At all times, they were completely polite and cooperative and probably not even aware of the fact that there was a body cam running the entire time. They made fantastic witnesses for themselves. Kids will make mistakes, such as not recognizing that he initially wanted them to pull over, but you really can't ask for much better behavior during a very stressful situation than these kids displayed here.
Now that I've properly identified you, I can take the handcuffs off. I detained you because you had no driver's license on you. Do you understand?
You never asked him for his driver's license until you put him in handcuffs. Man, look, I'm just gonna play it right now.
You need to leave.
This is a person that I would not want in my personal life ever. I wouldn't want somebody like this around me. The reason that you're in handcuffs is because you didn't have your ID. Shoot, I'm not even going to go back, y'all, but we watched the video. He didn't even ask the kid for his driver's license. He came up, tried to open his door, and told him to get out of the vehicle. Then pushed him up against the vehicle and put him in handcuffs and took him to the goddamn fucking car. Took him to his truck. Then he asked him where his driver's license was. Then he came back to the car and told the sister to look for the shit. Then went back to the truck and asked him where his driver's license was again after he already told him. Like, bro, this dude just making up shit on the fly. He just making up shit on the fly, bro. He just making up shit on the fly. I'm with you on this one here, Billy. I feel bad for the kids too, man. I feel bad for the kids. And shout out to y'all know, you know who you is. Send me this video. I see why you said I was going to get pissed off about this shit. I am pissed off. Because I just think if that was my kids out there, My kids probably would have got fucking shot. Like, they ain't trying to say it to be funny, man. My kid probably would have got shot fucking with this dude right here. This dude tripping, bro. Told this kid, hey, I got you in handcuffs. I ain't have your ID. You never asked him for his ID until after you had him in handcuffs.
I detained you because you had no driver's license on you. Do you understand?
A fucking liar, too, man.
Now that I've properly identified you, I can take your handcuffs off. Like you said, fortunately for you, you have a body camera. So let's look back at that body camera footage to see if you're telling the truth right now, or if you realize that you screwed up and you're attempting to gaslight a teenager whom you just falsely arrested. The truth is, he arrested the kid before ever asking for identification.
Car, park! Out of the car, now! Out now! Out now! Face the car!
Call mom.
No, we're calling no one right now.
What? You can call my mom, no? What's going on, sir?
The kid was already in hand.
Thank you confirming what, because I was going to rewind back. I'm glad he rewinded it back. I confirmed exactly what I just told y'all. He's lying to these kids. He's gaslighting these kids. And just like you say in Country Fried, and he knows the cam is on, he like this all the time. They don't give a fuck about that body cam being on. A lot of people think them having a body cam on means that you're in the clear, you're safe, you can be able to get that. Man, they will hide a body cam. There's no law in the books that say cops and police departments have to release that shit. You see people fighting for it all the time when it's like a kid getting shot in the back a couple times and stuff. And we want the body cam. They never release a full body cam. They release some edited shit, or they just don't even release it at all and just wait for the shit to come out in trial. They never release it to the public. They don't care about this bullshit going on no body cam. They don't care about what they do on no body cam. That's why it's always smart for y'all to record shit. Record every interaction you have with cops. And people that are opponents of the police be like, oh, that's just rude. Now you're going to make the officer. No. I'm not putting myself in a situation where an average human being that happens to have a job with a badge and a gun can get the opportunity to lie about what transpired or hide what actually happened. No, I'm recording this shit on my motherfucking phone. You come to my door, I got my fucking dash cam shit right here. I'm going to turn that bitch right towards you. What you talking about? We gonna talk it out on this because you ain't gonna be able to take my shit and destroy it. My shit goes straight to the cloud, baby. You can hide whatever you got on your side and charge me for it if I want to FOIA that bitch. No. We ain't doing this. This dude will lie and he'll lie right on body cam. Gaslight these kids right on body cam. And the people that defend cops all the time will not have one fucking problem with it. It's always their right. You're wrong, no matter what, because they got a hard job. Like going to McDonald's ain't a hard job. Like working at a gas station ain't a hard job. Like digging a hole and fucking plumbing and shit ain't a hard job. They chose this job, but you gonna give them the benefit of the doubt. Fuck that. I hold cops to a higher standard than I hold civilians to. And that's coming from a military member.
Into the police truck before even asking him where his wallet was.
Thank you. Didn't even ask him.
Yes, it's in my backpack.
Have a seat.
The footage proves that this ID detainment is a complete lie. He wasn't just detained.
Straight up.
He was arrested. It had nothing to do with him not having ID or failing to produce ID when asked. He was never asked. He did have ID. It was in his backpack, but the arrest had already taken place. Then Tackleberry cooks up this lie about, well, you were only being detained for your safety because you were unable to produce ID. Deputy, you are more than just rude. You're more than just incompetent. You, sir, are a liar.
You're going to have a seat in your car.
Goddamn right. Oh, let pause for a second.
You're goddamn right.
I'm going to write you a citation on City South Road. This is going to be a lesson learned for you, Tobin. Arm back. Look at me. It's common sense, Tobin. Come on. Have a seat in your car. You're going to do the ticket. Okay, Tobin. Here's your phones back. Here's your license.
Had both of their phones. Took their personal property this whole time.
Back. Next time a police officer stands directly in front of your car, and points to the side of the road in front of the car that is already pulled over, you should pull over, not slow down and go to the right and then take off. You understand? Okay. You get this traffic citation guide for failure to turn right. The lane you're in is a right turn only. You can't drive up to those poles and stop and then cut in because you disrupt traffic. If you're in the right turn lane, then you got to make the right turn. You understand? Okay, put your seatbelt back on, go to school. Let this be a learning experience. I'm sure I'll get a call from your mom, but the nice thing about what I have is a body camera. It shows you slowly pulling over and then going. I don't know what your thought process was, but it wasn't good. All right, good luck to you.
That's his way of trying to get the kid not to get his parents involved about this and have them call him. That's reverse psychology type shit. Talking about I got a body cam on and it shows everything. Yeah, it did show everything. And it showed you being a fucking piece of shit, bitch. He a certified bitch.
He's sure that he'll get a call from the kid's mom because he knows that he was wrong here. He immediately arrested the kid. Then when he came to his senses, he attempted to undo that arrest and play it off as a traffic stop. Play it off as just a detainment due to ID. That was all a lie. While only reasonable suspicion of some traffic offense would justify a traffic stop, a warrantless arrest requires probable cause, a much higher standard. He opted to arrest this kid before conducting any investigation whatsoever, but it really shouldn't take constitutional explanations for anyone to see the major problems that occurred here. And that is that this guy is a bully, needlessly escalating, needlessly infringing on Fourth Amendment rights. And he's completely unprofessional on top of it. Also, as I explained, he's a liar. I can only imagine what else this guy has done. In fact, I saw on the comments on the original video, other people complaining about being pulled over by this guy. If you know of more, please send them my way. I wish I knew what happened with the citation. Maybe I will learn. Maybe they'll reach out to me after this video is out. If you want to follow along, you can.
I hope they do reach out to you, man, because I want to know. I want to know what it is, man. Shout out to Country Fried, man. Appreciate you coming through first time. Good to see you, man. And I want to know what happened with this situation, because I'll tell y'all one thing. Matter of fact, I'll let Bernie tell y'all.
That ain't right. That ain't right. It ain't right.
That shit wasn't right at all, man. And I'm not down with that. I don't suck dick so much that I'll just defend bullshit whenever it happens, because that's what a lot of Americans do all the time when it comes to these police. They just be sucking dick for free. You didn't get nothing out of it. That shit was not it. That shit was not it. But speaking of kids, because the topic tonight is officers doing kids wrong, I got one more for y'all, man, because we got an update of a video that we covered a little while ago. Shout out to the civil rights lawyer on this one also, because he was the one who brought it to us. We're going to talk about an officer getting an update on how he did a kid wrong. You see, Live Sway said, had me so entertained and enthralled earlier, I forgot to grab a towel. Just I got one now. Can't wait to see even more. This is great. All right, yeah, here you go, man. Make sure you keep a towel. Hoping ain't nobody walking around in your house. You walk around butt naked like that. But either way, though, man, look, we got an update on the video that happened before. But for that last one, that guy's badge needs to be taken. It needs to be taken. And I don't care if somebody says, oh, you're being emotional, you're being dramatic. Say all that shit to the officer that yanked the kid out of the car, then lied on the kid, then tried to gaslight him and his sister, that threw the phone down when the mother was trying to talk to him, then confiscated both the kids' phones. Man, come on, man. Like, that ain't on us, man. That's on these officers, man. That's crazy, bro. That motherfucker should not be in police enforcement. He should not be. He need to go get a job doing something where he can, man, go do UFC or some shit, man. Go do backyard brawls or something and see how long you last with that. Because people punch back in that shit. To see lots of ways say, oh, you wouldn't want to miss it. I promise. I would want to miss that. But either way, though, shit. We're going to do an update, man. There was a situation that happened, but I'm not even going to break it down because I know the civil rights lawyer is going to go through it real quick, like, and give us an update and shit. But check this out, y'all, because this is another young man that got assaulted by a police officer over some bullshit because he just didn't like the words that the young man said to him. So without further ado, once again, let's check it out.
My name is Magnifico. My badge number is 5815. Don't touch me. Get the me again. Bro, where your butt?
Remember, this guy did a video on about a month ago, Officer Magnifico, who assaulted and accosted these kids in a Sheetz gas station.
I want my phone. Understand this, son. I'm not gonna put up with your shit. Understand who you're talking to.
And the town council demoted him pending an investigation. As it turns out, he ended up resigning. Well, not really. That's what I first thought, but he actually resigned from some other place. Not only has he not resigned from the original department that my first video was about, but as it turns out, he's actually pretty much still doing the same thing and still making the same amount of money. And even worse, he is challenging the little bit of discipline he did receive and may get that completely overturned. This guy is
hell no,
also,
that ain't right.
Believe it or not, the head football coach still of the local high school there.
I'm pretty sure I'm about to say something really bad about the people in that city and that town, y'all. If they let this shit ride like he just said it, I'm gonna talk bad about him. I'm gonna talk real bad about him at the end of this. I promise you I will.
As I pointed out in the last video, this guy was a known hothead, and despite the lack of body cams, this wasn't even the first time that he had been caught on some other camera losing his temper on a member of the community over some extremely minor issue.
What's that? What's that? What's that to my face, Barry? I'm standing right here. You think you're such a tough guy? You're such Why don't you say it to my face, huh? Why don't you make a move? Because you can't. Because you get your ass kicked. That's why. Because you're an idiot.
Now, that was a 2017 incident where this guy came in to complain about a parking ticket that he received and ends up getting confronted and accosted and assaulted in part by Officer Magnifico and other officers.
You're on the ground right now. Don't you fucking move. You understand me? Don't you fucking move. No, you're in for it. Okay, you want to around? This is what happens. Okay? You done now? Put your hand out. Put your hand out. Can't breathe, man. I don't care.
Fast forward to June of this year.
I forgot about him covering that, showing that this dude got a history of doing shit like this. That dude came in, and I remember the video, y'all. I'll break it down for you. Dude came in, he complained about his ticket, and him and the officer Magnifico went back and forth, and he was like, dude, I ain't paying that fucking ticket, and he walked out of the police department. The dude just walked out of the police department. Well, Magnifico followed him outside. Like, oh, you motherfucker, say it to my, y'all saw that little interaction, say it to my motherfucking face, bitch. Ran up all gang-like, and get up all up on the dude, and then arrest the dude. Because he happened to hurt his feelings. But I want Officer Magnifico to understand something. And for everybody else to understand something.
That's not how it works. That's not how any of this works.
Motherfuckers want to run, you can run your mouth at these people all day, man. They can't just come out here and be fucking with you. And a lot of people say, well, you could just avoid it. Man, fuck that, man. I say whatever the fuck I want to these bitches. And when they do something, I'm going to take it out of your taxpayer money. I'm gonna take it out of your taxpayer money when you sit around here and defend that bullshit. Your kids needed a new driveway to get into their school. Well, guess what? The city ain't gonna be able to pay for it because I took $1 million from their ass. Congratulations, bitch. You played yourself. Like, fuck all that nonsense, man.
There's a 39-second viral video that takes off on social media showing Officer Magnifico doing something very
terrible
similar to these
Magnifico.
two kids at a Sheetz gas station, where one of them wanted his phone back from a Sheetz employee.
Here. It's a public place. You're not. Who's here? Okay?
Please tell me who's here.
I'm here.
I don't give a bro. I want my phone.
Well, understand this, son. I'm not gonna put up with your shit. Understand who you're talking to.
What the
And they only do that to people when they in uniform. I promise you, that motherfucker's off duty. He ain't running up on folks like that. I don't even care if he think he the biggest, fattest motherfucker in the city. He ain't running up on folks like that. Bullies bully people that they think they can bully. People that they think can knock their ass the fuck out, punch them right in their fucking face. They avoid that shit. They avoid that shit like the plague. This dude's a fucking bully, man. You push the kid. Yeah, you don't like what he said to you. You don't like the way he was talking to you. He said, give him his fucking phone. Give him his phone. What you got his phone for? Like that, to get a kid his phone.
Not gonna put up with your crap.
Let's do it again. Let's do it again, because I know the people in the city, and I know some people probably watching gonna be like, yeah, that kid was rude. He shouldn't be talking like that. Y'all gonna disregard the officer putting hands on a kid for words. They'll disregard that. It don't matter what the officer did. That kid was rude. Listen to what the kid said again.
Phone back from a Sheetz employee.
Here. It's a public place. You're not. Who's here? Okay?
Please tell me who's here.
I'm here.
I don't give a bro. I want my phone.
Understand this, son. I'm not gonna put up with your shit.
So I don't give a fuck. I want my phone is grounds for an officer to push a kid to the fucking ground. Congratulations to my fellow Americans that think that's okay. So when you just utter the N-word in public and somebody knock you upside your fucking head and you wake up 20 minutes later, I guess that's okay too, right? Yeah, the motherfucker's stupid, bro. No logic, no common sense. The officer is dead ass wrong for this.
Yo, understand who you're talking to.
What the No.
And then throws the
Not
phone.
gonna put up with your crap. I told you.
Oh, look, and I'm also going to say this because, and I know I'm pausing a little bit right here, y'all, but it is what it is. And when I say there's not just a few bad apples, there's only a few good ones. There's another officer sitting right there. He's standing right there. Did he reprimand this other officer for putting hands on a kid for words? No. He just stood there and watched like nothing happened. Just another day. It's a fraternity. It's a group of them. When they always try to point it out, oh, it's just one bad officer. Just one bad officer. No, it ain't. Because if you don't open your mouth and say something about it, you're complicit with the shit. You're complicit with it. That makes you a bad officer too. Let me see, does anyone know what happened to this officer? He needs to be fired. We're going to find out what happened. I'm sorry, y'all. Shout out to Sean. First time seeing him around here. We're going to find out in a second because, yeah, this is an update. This is an update for this shit. They both need to be fucking fired.
I told you to quit yelling and screaming. You don't go out of here.
He wasn't yelling.
My name is Magnifico. My badge number is 5815. Don't touch me.
Get the
Me again.
bro, where your butt?
In both of these incidents,
So he assaulted two kids, all because a kid cussed one time and another kid the same kid asked for the badge number. Okay. Seems about right.
the Officer Magnifico quickly turned to violence, not because it's necessary, but because some peasant within his jurisdiction dared to use a profane word in his public presence. In the 2017 incident, just before the guy was violently arrested for complaining over a parking ticket, Magnifico tried to tell him it was illegal to use a profane word in public.
What makes you think you can talk to us like that?
Talk to you like what?
Mother effing. Why do you think you can do that in a public street? You can't. It's against the law.
So nobody heard me.
Yeah, this shit crazy, bro. This shit wild. You saw this shit?
It's illegal for you to use a profane word in public. This dummy been a fucking officer. And the sad part is a lot of police officers don't know. They don't know the law. That's what I tell people all the time, man. If you really wanted people to enforce the law, you would hire fucking lawyers to be your police officers because they actually know the fucking law. These super dummies went to police training less time than I've spent in Marine Corps boot camp. Less time than I spent in Marine Corps boot camp, but they gave them a badge and a gun and told them to go out there and enforce shit. They don't even know what the fuck they enforcing. These bitches don't know the law. They don't know the law, but people take their side. It's amazing to me how dumb Americans are when it comes to this stuff.
You still can't do it. In a public place, you can't do it.
Nobody heard me.
How does
Yes,
it make a
freedom of
difference? You're on a public street.
Freedom of speech, dumbass.
The problem is not just
Public, right?
nothing. Right, it's public, and you can't cuss and swear in public. It's against the law.
Which, at least according to the U.S. Supreme Court, it's not, especially in the context of conversing with law enforcement. One of the biggest U.S. Supreme Court cases in the area of the First Amendment is Cohn versus California from 1971, where the court held that wearing a jacket with the phrase "F the draft" in a courthouse was protected speech. The use of profanity to express political opinion does not lose First Amendment protection simply because it's offensive. Verbally criticizing police officers with profane words, such as saying "F the police," is also protected as political expression. Now, obscene speech, according to Miller versus California in 1973, is not protected under the First Amendment, but profanities like the word f*** in the context of criticizing the police is not obscene. Obscenity requires material that appeals to the, quote, prurient interest, depicting sexual conduct in a patently offensive way, and also lacks serious value. So none of that applies to political criticism or verbal profanity-laden criticism of police officers. For instance, in the 2002 Sixth Circuit case of Green versus Barber, the Sixth Circuit found that calling a police officer an asshole during a traffic stop was protected speech, and an arrest based solely on that insult violated the First Amendment. And arrests based solely on profanity are going to almost always violate the First Amendment. Indeed, having the freedom to verbally oppose or challenge the police without risking arrest is one of the principal characteristics by which we distinguish a free nation from a police state. In the 2025 sheet,
and a lot of Americans want a police state without even knowing it. When they come around and defend that shit, well, you shouldn't have said that. Oh, such my pearls. You shouldn't have said that. That's why you got what happened to you. It's like, nah, bitch, shut your stupid ass fucking cult member ass up. Bitch, I can say what the fuck I want. And when there's so many of people around here that don't know their rights and they co-sign what these bad cops do, you see why they do it on a consistent basis now. Before it was just to the Native Americans, then it was the black folks, then it was Asian folks, then it was, the Indian people and the Mexicans and shit. Guess what? They doing it to white folks now. They bullying and traumatizing white kids now. It's because we had so many people that stood around and kept their motherfucking mouths closed and defended the bullshit. Now it's happening to everybody. It's happening to everybody. It's like you raising a kid. You don't correct your child. Your child's raising hell in your house, but you never correct it. What you think they're going to do when they get older? They're going to go raise hell outside for everybody. Everybody's going to catch it now. No, you nip that shit in the bud in the beginning so you don't have a fucking problem. But right now we got a big problem that we got to fix in America. This bullshit. And we need Americans to wake the fuck up and stop being stupid. Stop being stupid.
Incident. Apparently no violence at all was needed, nor was any arrest needed at all until the kid said a swear word.
Here. It's a public place. You're not. Who's here? Okay? Please tell me who's here. I'm here. I don't give a f.
Then, out of nowhere, Magnifico rushed the kid, violently knocked him to the ground, and showed his temper for all
like a wrestler.
I'm in front of your crap. I told you to quit yelling and screaming. Get on the line here. Leave.
Now, a completely common response for this, for people who are perfectly normal, reasonable people, is along the lines of, well, the kid was running his mouth. He shouldn't have been running his mouth. Be polite and cooperative with the police, and things like this would not happen to you. And that is a perfectly appropriate way to live your life. By all means, keep the man completely out of your life if you can. But using that truth as justification for what Officer Magnifico did here, legally speaking, is the same thing as saying, I hate constitutional rights. Feelings are more important than the Bill of Rights. The law of the land right now in Pennsylvania on when police officers can use force against somebody is case law out of the Third Circuit. There's a case called Anthony versus Seltzer from 2017 that completely puts this scenario to rest, holding that force cannot be used legitimately by a police officer against any individual who is compliant and poses no ongoing threat to himself or others, or who is not resisting arrest even if he was initially non-compliant. Number one, the kid is not under arrest. He has no right to seize the kid, so it would not be reasonable to use any amount, any level of force to take him into custody. And most importantly, that kid did not pose any threat to Magnifico or anyone else at the scene. The justification for police violence is often very, very similar to just the regular self-defense analysis. The most important thing to look at is whether anyone was in danger. If so, it's often going to be reasonable to use some level of force. But if nobody is in danger, it's almost never going to be reasonable to use violence, and certainly not in response to just getting angry because somebody used a profane word in your presence. There literally is no defense to this at all, even if we're trying to be unbiased and look at both sides. This is why it's really shocking to see how this one has played out. Everybody on Team Constitution. So everybody but Magnifico, his buddies, the police union, everybody knows what he did was a constitutional violation and that it was wrong on several levels. The town council knew it. That's why they at least demoted him, reduced his pay allegedly, etc. Recently, I saw
they should have fired his bitch ass.
Reporting from the Newcastle News, the story for which I will link below, Magnifico resigns as Wayne police chief. And I was thinking, oh, okay, yeah, he resigned. But wait a minute, as Wayne police chief, not as Elwood City chief. So he's also getting paid as the Wayne police chief. So he resigned from that. So I looked at some of the other updates since my last video, also from the Newcastle News. This is insane. Back from June 28th, Elwood officer's demotion includes slight pay decrease. Elwood City Police Officer Robert Magnifico's demotion after a viral video showed him shoving a man to the ground will result in a $1.69 decrease in pay, but he may end up making...
Say how much his pay decreased. This is his punishment, y'all. I want y'all to hear this. Say his punishment again.
The ground will result in a $1.69 decrease in pay.
They playing in y'all face, bruh. They playing in y'all fucking face right now. And do you see how they described it? Pushing a man. That was a teenager. He pushed a teenager to the ground. They described it as assaulting a man, pushing a man. But we're going to take $1.69 from him. That's a good enough punishment. $1.69. Oh, fuck. They playing with y'all. They playing in your face, bro. They pissing on your ass right now and telling you it's raining.
But he may end up making more money in his lesser role thanks to seniority. Magnifico, demoted from sergeant to patrolman by the Borough Council on June 16th, has filed a grievance against the punishment. He's within his rights to do so, officer in charge Michael McBride.
And he bitching about the $1.69. It's crazy. He bitching. He appealing the $1.69. Oh, Lord Jesus. Okay, let's keep going.
Told the news. So he filed a grievance, and apparently a state arbitrator will hear his appeal of his discipline, which could mean that he receives his old title back, nullifying his suspension. However, Magnifico's responsibilities and pay haven't changed much at all because of the current police collective bargaining agreement, i.e. unions. The Elwood City Department does not have a chief, and McBride, like Magnifico, is part of the bargaining unit and allowed overtime. As sergeant, Magnifico served as second in command. McBride said that Magnifico has the most seniority as patrolman, with more than 25 years. As a result, Magnifico assumes the officer in charge role when he's on shift with an officer other than McBride. The officer in charge receives extra compensation during shifts. So if I understand this correctly, he was demoted. His pay was reduced. But thanks to all the red tape negotiated by the police unions and the politicians, he's technically now making as much money or perhaps even more than he was making before. And he also has the same or more authority because of his seniority for being there 25 years. Thanks again to the police unions and the politicians. And even
think about this, y'all. Because, you know, in America, there was a time when unions were a really big thing. Like for people that got up, for men that and women too, but majority for men that went out to work and they worked for corporations, big corporations. You know, they had unions. Everybody was a part of a union. You notice that those slowly started slipping away. In their political parties, you know, we got the two that fight tooth and nail to keep unions out of the average American's grasp. Like you're not going to be a part of a union. You remember Amazon? It was a big thing like a couple years ago. Amazon workers were trying to unionize. We had politicians arguing against it. And, you know, Amazon was doing some weird shit, and these people never unionized. They ain't never tried to come for a police union. That seems to be one of the one unions that nobody has a fucking issue with. So this union is protecting this guy, along with the politicians and the people inside of the system, protecting this guy when they know the dude did something wrong. He shoved somebody's child to the ground because they use words, but they don't want to harm him. And they only took $1.69, but then if he got demoted with his seniority, he would have made more. Like, make it make sense, y'all. It seems like he's going to get rewarded for doing something wrong. It seems like our system's fucked up, y'all. It seems like our system is completely fucked up. But you know, when people been calling that shit out since the beginning of the inception of this country, people told us we was crazy, was complainers, were whiners, or victims. The dude broke the law and assaulted a kid, and he's about to benefit from it. Only in America, right? Only in America.
Even though he's making maybe more money, he's appealed that because not only does he want more money, he also wants that title back. All of this despite the fact that he was caught on video violently assaulting a kid in violation of the Constitution and probably many state and local laws as well. That is just insane. This highlights an often ignored problem that exists across the country, and it exists in red states and blue states alike. It exists in rural areas and urban areas alike. Of course, many places worse than others. Thanks to the politicians and the police unions, these police officers have so many rights. So a police officer does something bad, yet the employer, the city, on behalf of the people, can't even fire that individual. And this perfectly illustrates that. Did something unlawful, caught on video, called on it, it was public.
You right about that shit, Cappadine. Not even trying to hide it no more. Because guess what? What the fuck y'all gonna do about it? They ain't gonna do that. Americans are pussies. I'm gonna say that right now. Americans are pussies.
Publicized. Most of the public is outraged. The town council was outraged. Yet the defiant police officer is fighting against it. Not only still getting paid, but likely getting paid more. But wait, there's more. As many of you reached out to tell me, not only was Officer Magnifico the police chief apparently in 2 different jurisdictions, but he was also, and still is also, the head football coach at Elwood High School. So he's still employed, as far as I know, by the Riverside Beaver County School District in Elwood City, Pennsylvania. Given the fact that this guy has been...
So this shit went viral, y'all. This shit went viral and they saw it. And he still is employed by the school district. So he a chief and an assistant chief, and he's a football coach. So he's employed by the city, getting 3 incomes from the city. 3 incomes from the city, y'all. Taxpayer money, 3 ways. They not even gonna fire him as a head football coach. They suspended Teddy fucking Bridgewater for buying the kids lunch and paying for them to go to camp during the summer. That he funded for the whole football team. They suspended him for that. But this cop can shove a fucking kid to the ground because a kid said a word. Assault a kid, y'all. He can assault a kid for saying a word and he keep his fucking job. But a dude buying shit for a kid, buying shit for all the kids on the football team because the school ain't got enough money, funding their breakfast and lunch and their dinner during summer camp, summer football camp. That gets you fucking suspended. I swear for Lord, this shit's fucking backwards, y'all. This shit is so fucking backwards. Doing the right thing gets you fucked up. Doing the wrong thing gets you fucking promoted. You have been promoted. That's crazy, bro. Let's see. Sway said, because they don't want to admit wrongdoing and doing the right thing does just that. Yep. It's too expensive. Yep. It's too expensive. That is one thing. I'm gonna put that back up. It's too expensive. I've heard that before. You know what would be less expensive? Instead of being like demons of Satan and doing wrong to the citizens that you're sworn to protect, it would be a whole lot easier to nip that shit in the bud from the get-go to let everybody know you fuck up in this bitch, you do one fucking wrong thing, bitch, you will get fired and we'll arrest your ass. But I think that's asking too much, right? It's asking too much to ask the people that's on our team to do the right thing because I don't even know what their excuse would be. But either way, though, let's keep going. We almost done.
Caught on video accosting and assaulting these two kids, one of whom was a juvenile, I believe. Is it appropriate for him to be a football coach? And I'm sure that there are people out there saying that that's who they want as a football coach. In my opinion, the absolute worst coaches and the worst thing about football that I ever experienced were coaches who were bullies. Perhaps it's only a matter of time until another viral video shows how this head football coach has treated his players. Maybe not, but would you doubt it given what we've seen already of Magnifico?
What's that? What's that to my face, Barry? I'm standing right here. You think you're such a tough guy? Why don't you just say it to my face, huh? Why don't you make a move? Because you can't. Because you get your ass kicked. That's why. Because you're an idiot. My name is Magnifico. My badge number is 5815. Don't touch me. Get the me again. But where your butt?
I'll put all the contact information for the relevant political authorities if you're interested in.
No, y'all need to make sure y'all make sure we mark that down. The Elwood City Police Department, they need to get a phone call.
Authorities, if you're interested.
And then, Riverside, the board of directors for Riverside, they need to get a call too. And ask them what the fuck they got going on over there. The fuck y'all got going on over there.
Your voice heard here, and please let me know in a comment what you think about this. And if you want to stay updated on this.
And my real thought on this shit is like, look, I'm not one of them people that are like, just cut off a little bad branch here, cut off a little bad branch there. I'm not under that type of mindset, y'all. That ain't really my type of thing, man. I'm more about burning that whole motherfucking shit down. I'm more about burning that shit the fuck down to the fucking ground, because you have so many different people blocking for this bad behavior. You got all these people shielding this person from any type of accountability. They're all complicit. I don't care what people say. If you see some fucked up shit happening and at the bare minimum you can't open your fucking mouth, you're okay with the bullshit. We see bullshit happen every day in America. Every day, whether it's in real life or whether it's on the internet, you see bullshit happening all the time. And a lot of people sit back and laugh. A lot of people sit back and clap. Now, a lot of people keep their motherfucking mouths closed. They're all complicit with it. They're all complicit with it. Every time I see some fucked up shit happening, I call that shit out. And people are looking at me crazy. It's not good to be on the side. I will tell you this, y'all. I will not lie to you. It is not good being on the side of calling out bullshit every time you see it, because people stop liking you. But guess what? I'm not here for you to fucking like me. And a lot of people need to get that mindset right. Because if you okay with them doing it to somebody else, eventually that shit's going to come to you. It's going to be at your front doorstep. And a lot of Americans need to wake up to that shit. Oh, well, I like him, so it's okay when he do it, but I don't like him, so I'm going to call him out when he does it. Yeah, you're a pussy and you're a piece of shit. You're a piece of fucking shit. I'm being dead serious about this shit, y'all. I do not like that shit. I used to see that shit when I was in the service. I used to get in so much trouble for calling these pussy-ass little boys out when I was in the service. They would do fucked up shit, and everybody would sit around and be like, it's fucking fun. It's like, dude, man, you a piece of fucking shit. Oh, man, you just a Debbie Downer. No, I ain't no fucking Debbie Downer, bro. Don't do that shit again in my presence. You want to do it around these dummies that want to sit and clap and laugh? Do it around them. Don't do that shit in my presence no fucking more. If you got a problem, we can go and square this shit up. We can square it the fuck up. Because a lot of people, I'm trying to tell you, man, if you don't stand for nothing, you're going to fall for everything. Sometimes you got to stand on your feet and fight for something. And at the bare minimum, all I'm asking for anybody that watches this channel and watch this video, just open your fucking mouth. I'm not telling you to go die for it. Just call the bullshit out. This channel stands for accountability and responsibility. We all have a responsibility to call out bullshit, and we all need to be held accountable for the things that we do. That's just straight up. And I don't care how anybody else feels about it, man. I don't care how they feel about it. Oh, boo, fuck you too then. Look, we can both be on that fuck you type shit. We can go fuck you back and forth all damn day long. Right is right and wrong is wrong. And at the end of the day, for all my religious people, I know if I'm going to be judged by somebody, I want to be judged on the right side of shit. A lot of y'all got a fucking vacation for some hot-ass lava. That's all I know. A lot of folks got some vacation and about to happen to them, lifelong vacation in some hot-ass fucking situations. I like cold shit. I like the winter. I don't like hot shit. Right now, I've been sweating my life away, and I don't want to spend the rest of my life burning, bitch. So I'm going to call out the bullshit. I was raised right. I was raised right. Right is right and wrong is wrong. And I don't care who the fuck it is. I don't care if it's your family members. I don't care if it's the police. I don't care if it's the president. I don't care if it's your politician. I don't care if it's your fucking grandma. Like, it don't matter. If they wrong, they wrong. But one thing I will say, just to make this perfectly clear, if you are going to be somebody that goes out there and calls people out for the things that they do and hold people accountable for the things that they do, make sure you walking it like you talking. I want y'all to hold on to that. Make sure you walking it like you talking. And if some people don't understand slang, make sure you are the example of what you want to see happen. The reality that you want to see in this world, make sure you're the example of it. You don't want people fucking doing drugs, don't do drugs. You don't want people breaking the law, don't break the law. Be the example of what you want to see. Because there's a lot of people out here that will spout the right shit all the time, and they living fucked up lives. I know all of y'all that done went to church too many times and have seen the same people in church on Sunday that was out there sucking dick on Saturday, but came into church like they were holier than thou. No. You got to walk it like you're talking. I don't like hypocrites. There's two things in this world that I might possibly hate: a racist and a hypocrite. Can't stand that shit. You got to walk it like you fucking talking, y'all. You got to be the example that you want to see. Otherwise, it's just a waste of fucking time. But like this shit right here, y'all, kids being abused by the people that take our tax dollars and are sworn to protect us, even though they don't fucking do that shit no more. That should be called out by everybody. It shouldn't be a question of whether it's right or whether it's wrong, man. It should just be like, dude, that's just wrong, bro. And everybody should be on board with that. That person should be shunned and shamed in society, not protected. And we clearly have a problem with people like that being protected in our society. We got to stop that shit, y'all. We got to stop that shit. But like, I'm not going to sit over here and keep ranting and bitching and crying all night long, because, you know, that's what somebody goes, shit. That's what they usually like to say. I'll see it in the comment section later on. But look, man, for everybody that tuned in, a lot of the new folks around here. Hey, my boy Jive in the middle. Boy Jive. Y'all make sure y'all go check out my boy No Jive channel, man. He be gaming over there and everything. Make sure y'all check him out. But for everybody that came through here, man, like we had some new people in here from Sway. Shout out to Sway, seeing you up in this bitch. We got Viva V up in here. Shout out to him. Fuck Donald. I don't know who Donald was, but fuck that bitch. I don't know who he is. Fuck him. Maybe he can come back on a better note and we'll get it right. Country Fried Hillbilly. Shout out to him. Fucking who else was new up in here? Let's see. I just want to hear all the new people. Sean Smith. Shout out to Sean Smith for coming through. And Capadal, you already know you be up in here anyway from time to time when you get free. Man, I appreciate all y'all that tuned in tonight. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe, hit the share, turn the notice on. Make sure y'all click all. We trying to grow the fuck around here. We trying to get it, man. We just got to 100K. We trying to get to 200K now. We just got to 10X that shit every time, 10X it. But look, man, it's been an interesting show. It's been fun for me. This shit it's just irritating, man. Look, be the examples that you wanna see, man. And see, let me see. Last week said, what was the channel you said to check out? I missed it a bit. Here you go. Check it out. Put it up here one more time. It's my boy, man. No Job. One of my military members. Shout out to the Navy, man. Even though they ain't on the Marine level, shout out to the Navy, y'all. My boy, No Job TV, man. Check it out. YouTube and Facebook, man. He be out there getting it. It's on screen for y'all. Make sure y'all remember, go shout it out. And make sure y'all check down in the description too, man. All the channels that's linked to Let's Talk with JVJ and the JVJ Network, they're all in the description box. Make sure y'all go down there and shout it out. Check your boy out and all that shit, man. But as usual, we about to get the fuck up out of here. Gonna be putting up some shorts in a couple minutes. So if y'all like shorts, y'all like to laugh, y'all like to get y'all rocks off, go check them in a second. I'm gonna put some more up in a second. But your boy gonna get the fuck up out of here, and I will catch y'all in the next one as always, man. Appreciate y'all tuning in.
Don't tell me about me. Stop telling 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 me about me. I don't need you to tell me about me.